Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to check out the garden and probably harvest a handful of sweet peppers and some satsuma oranges. Mia sunbathing and Cooper's sunbathing over here as well. Hi Coopy. He's getting so big and his coat's coming back. So he's still a little thin on the hair department, but he's getting there. Before I go down to the left to the big garden, here's my gutter garden. The birds, even with the net, I think it's birds. Birds are still coming and finding their way to my lettuce. I think what I'm gonna have to do is start everything inside. Strawberry plant, so this should go dormant soon. And then I have bunching onions. They're just gotten tall, nothing crazy. And then some beets. All right, so we have some action over there. Deb, shh. This is one of the things that's hard about having chickens in the neighborhood. When they are, sometimes they're loud, so I give them mealworms, and they know what this means. So it keeps them quiet. Hi, this dirty Deb. Her face is dirty. There's my rooms. I really need to move the coop. As you can tell, like, all the grass is dead, obviously. There's Frankie. The hardest part about moving them is that the dogs, like, I'll rake all this up, but the dogs really love their poop. Right, and we gotta keep him from eating it because it is not good for your tummy. Alright, are you checking them out, Coop? He thinks they're here to play. And then when you see something gross, our fly trap works. Look at those flies that caught in there. I put a banana in there, and the banana seems to be the best bait. There's nothing in here. She was just being a crazy lady, weren't you? Okay, back to the tour. And then outside, I just keep the mealworms in this tin, airtight container, but I usually put a 10-pound bag of mealworms in here. To my plants. Cilantro, it's really coming along. I got some, I harvested some the other day for enchiladas. Kale, and this, I have no idea what that is, but I'm gonna let it grow. And then lots of carrots. I just watered these so they're a little sad, but there's all the carrots in here. Then I have a fish pepper, finally. I actually have two on here. Here's my favorite garden. I have tomatoes, and these I kept saying, well, I thought they were Brad's atomic grape tomatoes, but I think they are an Italian variety. I have beans drying up, so I'm letting them all dry so I can save the seeds, because I'd like to plant a lot more next year. This one's getting there. My okra, it's so tall. Those up there are still good. Like, I really can't reach them. I'm on my tippy toes. But we're still getting little pods down here. These are soft and tender. But I have been leaving these. I'm waiting for these to dry out to save the seeds. We have kale, which I probably need to spray it with neem oil. More kale and that's lettuce right there. And then Swiss chard. And peppers, y'all. These are sweet peppers. They're finally turning orange. So these are what I wanted to, whoops, harvest. Look at that. Little sweet pepper down here. I'm gonna leave that one on just a little longer, but I have one inside already, so I have almost enough for a snack with hummus. And then this is all the same plant, so I'm assuming this will turn purple or orange. I don't know. Oh, here's a cluster of beets. I need to separate those. Oh, and these two. Oh my goodness, I went crazy over here. So I'll separate those beets out eventually when they get a little bigger. And then our radish, I've been harvesting them, and I just give them to the chickens because I don't like fresh radish, but I need to start looking at recipes. Soon I'll have quite a bit. Swiss chard, same with that. And then I have seedlings of kale and more beets. Another exciting find, cucamelons. Look at everything. They've taken over. Hi, Mia. Cucamelons. Look at them. They're little sweet melons. Or little sour melons, I guess. And then we're getting a few flowers for the sugar snap peas. And they've done really well. Cooper. No barking. And then our best kale is back here. I think that's a red Russian kale, I think. And then blue curled Scotch kale is down there. And then look at this orange tree, it's beautiful. So I need to find out, do I pull them off or do I wait until they fall off? Let me Google real fast. Alright, Google said to harvest them off of the tree by cutting them at their stems to prevent damage and store them in the fridge. So that's what we're going to do. Just gonna cut it off. So I harvested 10 satsumas off the tree, and these two are still kind of green on the other side. So I'll leave them in the fridge a little longer. And then I got 2 sweet peppers off the plant. So here's my harvest for the day. And then before I go back inside, I'm gonna show y'all the grapefruit tree. All right, here is the grapefruit tree. But check it out. They're turning pink. Yellowy light pink. This one, I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but hopefully it is. The birds damaged it. The others we can manage. We can work around, but check it out. There you go, you can see the pink. Oh wow, look at that. Hopefully these will be ready before we know it. And I probably ought to support this. Ow. The grapefruits have thorns, so be careful if you have one. I wonder if I should support this limb somehow. Maybe I'll tie it up. It needs it. And then our little babies. There's another little one up here too.